There you go.
All right. All right. We'll be flipping over in a minute. Did you change your photo on Hangouts? I just
Yes.
moved my thing.
Of course I did.
I don't see it.
It looks identical.
It will.
Eventually, it'll update.
Yeah.
We lost Robert again.
There we go. Yeah. Hey, I get a feeling Hangouts is going to be cruel to Robert today.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I'm starting to get that impression too.
It's okay, Robert. It should be nothing you're not used to.
Yeah. Electronics are always hating me.
So
People too.
We're still waiting on Mike because Electronics are hanging him too, or hating him too. They might be hanging him. We don't know. But
or he's just hanging himself out of
We are
frustration.
talking about ETUs. So anything's possible.
Anything's possible. There is a technology school of magic you guys will eventually have to deal with. But where we left off, you guys went, you dealt with Dr. Moreau. You got the scalpel.
Sorry, Junior Dr. Moreau.
Yeah. Will, I'm thinking in your guys' D&D character names because I have so many players in the same players in different games. Will lost his arm in the fight. Charles tried to fix it and in turn screwed up the spell and lost his arm. You guys have successfully captured the arms. And
yeah,
you were
they're in a cooler at the moment, aren't
they? They're thudding around in a cooler.
No, Salem, you can't eat them.
Well, you guys have seen robots, right? Where the guys' arms are wrestling each other.
Yeah. So that's where we
It's an awfully good job Chris isn't here, because I have a suggestion that I could make that he would do, which is selling both of them as masturbation tools.
Oh, God.
Oh, Vern, what is wrong with you?
They did.
You see, I would make that as a joke, but then Chris would spend the rest of the adventure doing it.
Especially if it was my arm. If anything, he'd probably try to figure out how to get the other arm, too.
How did you keep your hands so soft?
Vaseline and a boxing glove.
Way too quick to that as an answer. All right, so
I don't know. To be fair, that actually came from of Mice and Men, and I don't know why that popped in so quickly. But
seriously, you just quoted literature at us as a masturbation joke. Wow.
Oh, come on.
You know
that
what?
Part of the book was actually talking about it, too.
I would never have believed that was true.
You know what? I still need to give everybody their bennies.
Oh, yeah.
So...
And can we have another action card? Because the one you gave me last time was crap.
Yeah, all that's getting reset.
Flesh with my ass.
Right. Deal 3 bennies to everybody. Yeah, there's 3 of you right now, so I get 3 as well. Deal 1 card to everybody. And Sandy gets a Benny for a Mice and Men masturbation joke.
So, Vern, you want to hear something funny that happened this morning? You'll appreciate it.
I'm already deeply worried, but go on then.
I went to the gas station to get gas for my car this morning and pick up cigarettes for me and my dad.
Right.
And this fat woman with a fat kid walks into the AM/PM where I'm standing in line buying my cigarettes, and she looks at me and goes, "You know smoking's bad for you, right? She goes, you should think about quitting." And I turn around and look at her, and then look at her fat kid, and then back to her and go, "Yeah, I'm not going to take health tip advice from a person who thinks drinking melted butter is a good idea." I'm not gonna lie, the fucking 10-year-old son got the joke quicker than she did.
I would have gone with, yeah, so's pie.
Alright. But yeah, so I know you guys had said about wanting to go to President Nelson. But is that where you guys are heading, or what are you guys doing right after that? We'll pick up right where the arms are in the cooler.
Yeah, because I mean, why give us a bit of time to heal or anything?
Because people don't have arms.
Well, I've got arms. I'm fine.
So do I. And to be fair, Will was the one who was deciding the president thing, so.
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say
where is?
Will
Who's
and
got the fucking the scalpel? Who's got the scalpel?
Not me.
I was gonna say I think
You.
Charles does. It's either Charles or it's you.
Well, I had it, but I think it's in
Yeah.
the arm that just wandered off. So I
Yeah,
don't know if I
that-
still have it or not.
That means Toby has it. So Verms, you have it because you had grabbed.
Good. Because absolutely the last person in the world I would trust with it is Sandy.
I can stick body parts together? What?
No.
Yeah,
It's,
Neil wants as little to do with magic as he has to, and he's already got one magic wand he's carrying.
yeah, it's bagged and tagged, Bobby.
Okay.
Especially evil shit.
Alright. So you got it bagged and tagged.
Yeah, well, I don't want it randomly chopping bits of me off.
Yeah. Oh no, I dropped it. It landed on my foot. Lump.
Yeah,
I'll
so-
sail
So
Oh
unless
no!
you guys is willing to try and reattach arms, I think President Nelson really is our best bet.
Oh no! We cut the Panther's arms off and attached it to Burns' character.
Oh, how dare you!
Now he really is armed and dangerous.
I
Oh,
absolutely
God damn
dare
it.
you.
What?
The pun. The pun factor of that. Alright.
Should I give back my penny?
No. No. I was debating whether or not to give you another penny. Okay, so if you guys head to Nelson, because I heard Robert saying that if nobody else is willing to, that might be the best bet. And I fully believe that's what he'd say, because he's missing an arm.
Well,
yeah,
why?
Neil.
Why are
Will
we
has-
going? Why have we got a Nelson, you guys? What is so special about this chap that we need to go visit him?
Neil will just shrug. Well, apparently he knows a bunch of this shit, so. And I
Yeah,
think he might be a wizard?
If nothing else, he's a former protector, and he should have a little bit of an idea as to how something like this should work, so that we can get our arms back.
Sorry. Ah, dear.
Yeah, things are real different from your time at ETU.
It's fine. Don't mind. Don't mind me.
Alright, who's driving?
Kinda hard when-
Because your guys' typical driver has one arm. You can still do it, but you have one arm, so if anything happens,
I absolutely am not driving.
Yeah, and Neil has his own bike he drove over here, so.
Not on D4 -3.
Alright. Let me
Fine, I'll drive. I'm used to driving with one arm anyhow.
I'm gonna say, let me double check one armed just in case something bad happens.
Well,
I'm gonna draw some
hang on,
cards.
it's an American truck, isn't it? So it'll be automatic, not a stick shift. Don't need two hands.
Mostly it's a matter of if I'm climbing or using rifles or something, then I
Yeah.
have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But yeah, Neil will carry the cooler and toss it into the back of the van. And his bow.
Okay. So we do a little shuffle. Yep, I want to shuffle the deck. Drop that down. Oh, okay.
Oh, look, somebody popped on.
Yay, Mike should be here.
Here. Holy shit, this is loud. Hang on a sec.
What? What the fuck is with the shaggy beard, Mike?
Oh, you should see it if his mic were on, or if his cam were on.
Oh, that's a beard. I thought it was something else. Never mind. Oh, fuck it.
I just realized All Mike is missing for the hipster look is that fucking hat.
Oh god, don't give him a fedora. It's just mean. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a coffee. Excuse me a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, but that really fucking tickled Vern.
Alright, so you guys did get a clubs, but it's an ace. King or better isn't enough to cause any kind of roll. It's slightly distracting. And it's easy enough to figure out what your distraction is while driving. You have no arm. It's currently thudding around in a cooler in the back. But you're not trying the multi-action, so you're fine.
Now, can I feel what my arm is still feeling? Or
No.
Is it just...
It's a completely separate being at this point.
Okay.
Alright. So you guys cruise into campus. I'm assuming
So,
pulling...
is that where we're going?
Yeah, they said about going to see Nelson.
Yeah.
Well, seems like only me and you are going to use the cameras, Bobby.
Oh, that's fine. I'm mainly
Well-
doing this because of tech issues, so... I'll turn up Mike a bit. Mike was a little quiet. There we
Did you seriously just hippie smoke that joint?
go.
I was
Well-
raised by hippies.
Yeah, so was I, which is why I don't fucking do it.
Plus, it's the closest I'll ever get to a joint anymore.
Oh, it's a cigarette. That's even worse. That's like using a fucking cigarette holder, man. That's... Ew.
I can't
Oh
smoke
god,
weed
a
no more.
cigarette holder.
They're going to be doing drug testing again soon for my work.
Yeah, my boss suggested they were going to do that at my old place, and I laughed at him.
Like, well, I guess you're firing me.
No, I just said to him, I dare you.
Alright, I can close Discord now, too. Okay. Alright, so you guys pull up outside of... I forget the name of the building that has Nelson's office in it.
The Nelson building.
Yeah, we'll just say the Nelson building. It has a big, important historical name. I always forget it. Oh, President's Hall. Also known as the
That makes
O'Brien Estate. So yeah, you guys pull up outside of President's Hall. What do you guys want to do? Again, two of you don't have arms. You guys have a cooler with them.
Wait. We have one arm each. I didn't lose
Fair.
both my arms.
Just throw a jacket over it like you're, I forget what it was.
I already wear like a trench coat.
I'm going to go around to the back of the van with my one arm, and I'm going to open the door with my one arm, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the cooler with my one arm, and then use my shoulder to close the door.
Robert, let Neil carry that.
I'd let the cat out first if I were you.
I thought he was fast enough to get out while I was fiddling with the cooler.
Yeah, Neil's gonna take the cooler before he drops it.
Yeah. That's when the arms get loose on campus.
Yeah, no, thank you.
And the last time a body part got loose on campus, it wound up in the women's shower. I'd hate to see what it does now.
I'd hate for an arm to wind up in the women's shower with my fingerprints.
No,
Yeah.
knowing your luck, Will, it's the men's shower.
God, you're giving
My
Verm's
luck, it's
ideas.
like a garbage disposal.
I've just realised something you could do with this scalpel.
Uh-huh.
You could pull off my old necromancer whorehouse trick.
That sounds
Like a lower
terrifying.
half.
You know, rooms wallpapered with boobs, that sort of thing.
I had a pirate game where I created a brothel called the Fourth Hole, and all the women only had one eye.
Well, in this particular brothel, you could walk in, yeah, and you could go, I'll have her head, her tits, her legs, and her ass, and the necromancer would put her together for you.
God.
God, it's like Build-A-Bear.
It is
Build a
exactly
whore.
like that.
Build a
Alright.
bitch.
The only way that could be better is if you had changelings.
That didn't occur to me. But believe me, me and my friends spent about an hour plus discussing the merits of a necromancer whorehouse. From the very minor, you can adjust bits however you like, to attaching bits. So a man, for example, with penises for fingers.
Fantastic.
I know.
Brings a whole new meaning to finger fucking, huh?
Doesn't it just?
Oh, can I get some bennies and an adventure card? That'd be swell.
Oh,
I said to everybody, I forgot the new, like, what was that, a few months ago? They updated Roll20, and now if you say everybody, it doesn't give it to people who aren't here.
But
Which is fair. It creates an issue with, like, decks of cards and stuff.
God damn it, I got flesh wound again.
Everybody hates Flesh Wound. It's kind of amazing.
I always get it too. It's like the third or fourth time, I think.
Alright.
It's alright, I'll have to use it on Nelson after we beat him to death for not reattaching our arms.
You also missed it, Will. I got an extra Benny for quoting mice and men.
Oh, nice.
Alright. So you guys unload the cooler in the office. His secretary's there. You're just storming in, or what's your guys' game plan?
What's the secretary's name again? I know this. Hang on. I have it in my notes.
Okay.
do you keep notes?
Yeah.
For the secretary that I see all the time, let's see. Do I not have it? Was it Janice?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's for keeping notes.
Oh, sweet.
But yeah, so Janice is out there.
I think we should just go in and just make it not super obvious that our arms are missing. Have
Or
some
make
stuff-
it suit.
Yeah,
Or make
just ask her. Janice, is President Nelson in? Can we have a couple minutes with him?
Yeah.
Could you give us a hand?
When
Hey, Janice. President Nelson. Signed Virgin.
Alright. She'll just be like, one moment, she kind of buzzes in asking. And you hear him kind of befuddled. And you come, yes, have them come in. Because remember, you guys left Nelson. He helped you with some research. So he's been digging into this magic stuff.
I'd also like to, we came here right from the whatchamacallit, from the warehouse.
Uh-huh.
Butcher place or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so I still have 3 wounds. Oh, but they can only be healed by natural healing anyway, so no big deal.
Yeah, just the wounds caused by the knife, but I think yours might
Yeah,
be.
that was all of them.
I've
I
got one
have
wound that
those
can be healed
notes.
with-
Yeah. Will and Toby, all your wounds were caused by that knife.
Yeah.
So I probably look like shit aside from the missing arm.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are beaten to crap. Things are tore up. You did fight a giant cow woman.
Yeah.
We'll have a less of that. I took 1 hit.
And it dealt
Beaten to
3
crap.
wounds.
No.
So you have a massive gash somewhere.
I didn't take any wounds in that fight, actually. Mine was from previous.
Yeah, Neil's fine.
Still got 1 wound, though.
Just in case I
God
need
bless my
that.
compound bow and the fact I ran behind a pillar.
God bless hiding.
I did that too, but then I killed the cow and he got mad.
All right,
Which I
so
then proceeded to shoot him in the face.
Nelson's behind his desk. He has stacks of books. It looks like he might have even had a little cart of books wheeled in from the library in his office right now. He's like, "Oh,
Neil's gonna
I've,
walk.
I've been doing research. I think I'm starting to find something."
Will
Neil's gonna-
literally just drops whatever is covering his severed arm, and he's like, "We found the guy who's taking body parts."
Yeah, Neil's gonna walk up and put the cooler with the arms down on top of his desk. Here you go.
Boom, dum 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 dum.
Don't
Oh.
open that, by the way. I
They're
am
they're
not
still
rustling those things again.
so they're
My
still
arm is more
moving.
angry than I am.
I'm glad you survived. I'm assuming you're needing my help with this situation.
I need somebody's help with this.
Yeah, He kind of stops for a second, starts
Toby,
fighting. Goes,
show him the scalpel. Yeah, we think this will put it back on. It's just that we aren't real sure exactly how to make it do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, it's heavily cursed.
Yeah, evil as fuck.
right, I might have a solution for this. I
That's a
have
good point,
had
actually. If it's a cursed item that did it, if we just remove the curse, will that put the arms back on?
it may. Let's see.
I have a ritual
Okay.
for uncursing a camera.
And which means says that's what it's transdimensional reversal. Okay, I know the notes were here somewhere, and he begins digging through. If anybody wants to help him dig through the piles of stuff looking for something titled transdimensional reversal, you can.
I will. Oh, I actually have a ritual of heal crippling injuries.
You do.
Just putting that out there. You never gave me the details for it, because you said we'd figure it out later, and I guess we never did.
Yeah, except it's magical healing, and all of this is unaffected by magical healing.
So investigation check, Bobby?
Yep, actually, it's going to be a dramatic task for anybody who helps, because you guys are going to be digging for quite a few minutes. So, you guys will do assist rolls with Nelson, because it's his book, so he'd be taking lead. Who wants to assist? Will, I know you did.
Yeah,
Anyone else
Charles did too.
assisting? Alright, President Nelson.
I get a +2 to investigation, so I'm only rolling at a -1.
Hey! That's not too bad. What's his investigation get? Oh, nice. D10. So Nelson has... Where's my D10? There it is. Alright. Alright, so no bonuses there. Oh, Charles is already gone. So he's getting a +1 here. So... a 6. So we're at 1 success.
I gave him a +1 on that roll.
Yep. I rolled a 5 on my die.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was like, Charles gave him a +1. I almost missed your roll. I didn't notice it above me typing. Alright, no extra downsides. Anybody who wants to keep helping you guys search for about 10 minutes. You're starting to dig through books. You're whittling down. Charles, you'll notice he's pulling up a ton of books on things. Wow. Charles is given a +2. Will's given a +2. Sandy... Neil is given a +1. So this is at +5. And he just rolled a 10 on his D10. So 16 plus 5 is 21. So you guys, very quickly, it only takes about 10 minutes, because it's 5 minutes per card. And you guys, again, you kind of push aside, you find this stash of it looks like much older books. It's Nelson's private collection kind of off to the side. Whoosh, whoosh. We'll say Will and Charles both kind of grab the book at the same time because you guys tied.
We're working together because we both only have one arm.
Yeah.
We are a whole person.
And you pull out a book on like transdimensional reversals and undoings of magical effects. And Nelson flips through it quickly, says, okay. I found it. Flipping through. Forgot about that tidbit. It has been a long time. Most of this shouldn't be too hard. We need some holy water, a scorpion's tail, and a cat.
Well, I have kitten teeth. That's kind of like a cat.
Need one with a heartbeat.
Alright.
Don't even.
Isn't that what the friend out is for?
Well, I have holy water.
Yeah, you guys have holy water, so...
I'm double checking to see if I have a scorpion's tail. No, I do not.
Yeah, and we can go down and adopt a cat real quick, so that's not a problem.
Does the cat die as a result of the spell?
Yeah, this is the reversal of 9 lives.
That doesn't answer my question.
We only need 2 arms.
Well, Nelson gets very awkward. Like, look, it may this may involve some light sacrifice,
which makes it an evil ritual, which means no, you're not doing it. Try something else.
Which means I need my goddamn arm back.
It can be reattached just using the thing.
Which is also evil. So,
Well, yeah.
evil ritual or evil cursed item that could turn him into crazy surgeon man.
Evil cursed item still can do the thing we need it to do. It is an intrinsically evil thing. However, sacrificing something is an intrinsically evil act, which makes you evil.
Well, I guess we're pretty evil then.
They've already sacrificed a horse for a location spell.
A horse?
Yup.
Gee.
It was pretty gross, actually.
Yeah, it melted
And
the
it- and it
flesh
was
off
mostly
it,
dead,
and they had
you know.
to chase the spectral horse that it created.
I mean, by all means, if you guys want to do it, but I'll be fucked if I'm helping you.
I mean, I want my arm back.
But that's how evil wins. Small, incremental evil.
Oh, that's fine. As long as it's incremental
Well,
enough.
let me break it down like this. Are you going to use the scalpel to help us get our arms back?
Well, sadly, I no longer have my fucking use magic items skill. Somebody's got to attune to it.
Like, I don't love killing cats, but unless
do love
somebody
my
can
arm.
help us out here.
So it kind of boils down to, if you're going to help us by using the scalpel to put our arms back on, then we won't have to do the ritual. But if you're not going to help us to use the scalpel by put our arms back on, then our only other option is the ritual.
Or you could use the scalpel to put your arms back up.
And that's why I'm missing my arm, is because I tried to use the scalpel.
I don't think Robert wants to be.
Yeah, the failure cost of that spell's pretty rough.
Yeah. So would you rather sacrifice your arm or a cat, is the question.
They'd rather
Potentially
sacrifice somebody else.
sacrifice your arm. Potentially sacrifice your arm. Or guaranteed sacrifice the cat.
What you need is somebody with experience of using magic items.
Well,
You've got somebody
unfortunately,
handy? I mean,
I
you've
only
certainly-
know maybe one person other than Nelson who can help with that.
Well, or you. I mean, after all, you do have that really cool axe that you just used.
Yeah, the axe is magic, and the panther is magic, and there's a bunch of other stuff that's magic too. But they're not evil items. The cat, well, he's a cat. But
I'm going to ask President Nelson how difficult this ritual is.
Hold on.
I mean, I guess we found the ritual. I can page through it and look at
Yeah,
it, too.
looking through it, it's moderately difficult. It's, actually, did I do the casting modifier right? Oh, yeah. It's not that difficult at all. It's basically a, dispel spell.
Okay.
So it's, in mechanical terms, it's a -1 modifier. It's not the easiest spell, but it's actually not that difficult.
Well, I have a place where we can do the spell to get rid of that -1 modifier.
Now, I will also note, since both of you guys on the final one got raises, Will and Charles, you'll have seen in the notes and stuff as well on it as he was thumbing through, and when you look at it, there are some side notes that this ritual can only be performed on a person 9 times. After that, something bad happens.
Gotcha. So, that means that something bad doesn't happen until the 9th time. We'll be fine.
No, something bad doesn't happen until the 10th time.
Oh, that's true. So, just don't lose our arm 10 times to a magical scalpel, and no problem.
Yeah, it's a pretty universal reversal spell. It's quite powerful, hence why it has its limitations on it. But
But
it
it
would
includes
essentially
sacrifice.
reverse the enchantment on the item. and all the work
involves
is done.
sacrificing a life,
Yep.
which makes it an intrinsically evil spell.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, like, it is actually
I'm
quite
not saying
powerful.
It's not evil either. I'm mostly just saying I want my goddamn arm back. I get the feeling that Will might be a little more morally flexible than your character.
He probably got extra
No,
flexible
no,
when
it is.
bits of his soul were shaved off.
Like I said,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. Every time you do something like this, just a little bit more of you goes.
Oh, I've already lost a lot of me. It's fine.
In which case, you can't really afford to lose any more.
I already lost more. I lost my arm.
I was waiting.
There's not a lot of point fighting evil if you just turn into evil yourself.
There's not a lot of point fighting evil if you don't have an arm.
I've known
Never,
people
never mind
very
fighting
personally.
evil. Never mind fighting evil. Have you tried to solder something with one hand? I'm an electronics major. Come on, give me a break
Alright.
here.
Charles gets a Benny. Also, Brims
All
gets
right,
a
I
Benny
have
for
one
his
other
moral
person I can ask
stick-to-itiveness.
about this. I'm gonna whip out my phone and text Farster Harris. See
Okay.
if he has any arm reattaching magic items.
All right, you're gonna text Forrester Harris. All right, let me pull up his.
Because he and I are pretty tight. He probably owes me a favor somewhere. I worked for him for a little while.
I'm gonna pull up his stats because basically he's gonna have to.
I know he knows magic too, but yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have to make an investigation roll at -4 to see if he knows of something. And depending on what he rolls will determine whether he knows of the same thing or something potentially better. Forster Harris, investigation is. Why am I grabbing a D20? This isn't D&D. There we go. Investigation D8. Oh wow, Nelson actually has a better investigation than him.
Huh. Wasn't he a sheriff at one point?
He was.
He should have better investigation.
Nelson just has a really good investigation.
Yeah.
6, 5. So 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 5 is 17. -4 is still a 13.
My man.
So he can get you a very special, like, it's not going to be as potent of, like, it can reverse anything you need.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll whip up a ritual he'll have.
What a pal. I hope it requires an animal sacrifice.
Yeah, there is a chance. Like, I gotta roll the ingredients, and he might have a
Yeah.
It might require it. But,
But it's like a bird instead of a cat, and it's a little easier.
alright, so it's going to be Dispel. And basically, he's gonna respond like, I could probably write something, like, put something together. He's gonna write a custom spell.
Yeah.
You know,
Text
head my
me
place,
the
let me
ritual.
look at what the situation is, see what I can make. Because he's half demon.
All right.
He's old, he's,
Yeah.
well-versed. So, and he rolled amazingly.
Thanks, bro. So I'm going to tell President Nelson, hey, President Nelson wants to come along and help out. That was
Alright. Let me double check this. Oh, that's right, the spell has 3 power points. That's why I was like, wait, that seems off. Okay, now I need the D20. So we got a 15, so Callian, 9. Alright. And 3. No animal sacrifices. Oh, you're gonna feel like a freaking superstar, Will. So, you guys head down to Harris. You said you're gonna try and talk Nelson into going with you?
yes. I'd be like, you owe us. We lost arms doing this. I know you can cast.
Alright, give me a persuasion roll.
Do I get +2 for my stump? Or does he just not really care that much?
No, he has other things he can choose to do with
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah. Alright,
My
I'm
God.
gonna semi.
I swear to... If somebody suggested this as the plot to an adventure, I would laugh them out of the room.
Uh
That's
huh.
a success.
Where is it?
All right, it's a success. Where's that one on the wild die? So he'll just be like, "Ugh, fine." He's not. He also had penalties canceling out your bonuses because he doesn't want to deal with Forrester. You guys haven't had Nelson and Harris in the same room together
No,
this entire
I think we've gotten the
campaign.
impression before that they're not on the best of terms, that they only work together sometimes they have to.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, they don't like each other. You guys have actually gone this entire campaign without them ever being in the same room.
Yeah. And I'm gonna I would probably tell Forrester that we're bringing Nelson because he owes us help. Because it's his fault I lost my goddamn arm.
Forrester will just kind of like, yeah, but it is his fault.
Are you sure, Rob? Do you want to, like, shout out? Oh, no, he's gone.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
what just happened?
He reckons his mic's broken.
Oh, no.
Can we hear you?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes!
A little bit.
It's really distant, man.
I'll see
Is
if
that
I
better?
can. Yes,
Yeah,
much
that's
better.
much better.
Okay. I was going to ask, what do we have Nelson researching? Don't we have him researching something?
He's researching
wand, or
the
like
magic,
item.
like the magic items showing up and all that stuff.
Okay, should we let him just go ahead and keep researching then?
I think I'd rather have an extra spellcaster with us to help with these rituals since I'm real beat up.
Yeah, me too. So, okay.
Yeah, like you have a D4 ritualism, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So combined, since they are writing a custom ritual, because the ritual he knows, like a universal ritual, you guys aren't too keen on those universal ones that are, they're quick.
Yeah.
They're super handy
Quick and
and
dirty.
evil. Always evil. So I'll roll for Nelson. Okay. Nelson
You
can
want us to make any
assist.
kind of rolls?
Nah, I'm quickly doing a cult roll so I can see like how quickly they can
Okay.
assess your situation.
Cool.
Okay, they both succeeded. So you guys go down to Harris. Nelson's gonna be real awkward. And you kind of like Nelson's whole body language shifts when you guys are outside of the pawn shop. Like he definitely doesn't want to be here. He doesn't look angry. He actually looks more nervous. More like the chicken's coming home to roost type situation. Like
Yeah.
there's been something between them and he just does not want to face it.
Lovers quarrel.
This isn't a dragon.
That'd be sweet. All right.
All right.
Let's get our arms reattached.
All right. So, as you guys go in, they go at Nelson, Forrester kind of have some awkward moments. Nelson, Forrester, kind of very quick, and look in and begin looking together. And Forrester kind of has each of you sit down on a stool, and you guys are down in the basement where the cage was that has everything.
Yeah.
And he
No,
pulls.
Salem, you can't eat the demon.
And he pulls out several holy symbols and things and a strange looking spyglass and begins looking over. And after he looks you guys over for about 5 minutes, Nelson leads in. And while there's been this definite animosity and awkwardness, when it comes to getting the work done, within minutes you start seeing a chemistry almost reignite where they have definitely worked together many, many times.
Lovers quarrel, like I said.
It's not at all suspicious. Don't worry about it.
And then there's kind of like well, I wonder if this will work. And there's a little back and forth as they're like, well, this, and he kind of cancel. No, you know about this redundancy and talk about magic theory right in front of you guys.
Yeah.
And then Forrester jots down something, hands it to Nelson. Nelson looks like, yeah, that might work. And he jots it down on a piece of paper I set and forgot. Okay. We should be able to reverse the effects of this spell. From what we can tell, and they've kind of talked to you guys and stuff, it seems like, and he turns to Charles, you lost your arm trying to reverse the spell on Will's arm, correct?
Correct.
So if we can reverse the spell on Will, it should undo the backlash as well.
Oh, that's cool.
All right,
Well,
so
here.
we need a gallon of cow urine, as fresh as you can find it.
Just as long as we're not slaughtering anything, that's fine.
I need about 10 ounces of rock from a tombstone at least 100 years. We need at least a century on it. And this one might be rough, difficult to get. They're not too native around here. We need some blooming night flower.
Oh, I have a lot of those.
You do! That's why I was like, oh, you're gonna love this.
An entire garden of blooming night flowers all over the frat house.
Yeah.
There should be a monument. There should be a bunch of monuments locally. Actually, no, I know exactly where there's tombstone. We can get this that old.
All right, and it's just that cow urine.
Sorry.
Charles, you have a lot of friends in the ag department, right?
Well, sort of. I mean,
I mean, you were eating animals over there.
no, I wasn't eating the animals.
Yeah.
I was helping them with their anemia problems.
Guys, a gallon of cow urine should be a piece of piss to get hold of. Apart from anything else, we're in Texas.
Right.
So the urine should be a piece of piss?
Yeah, damn right.
At least one piece.
Maybe a
All you gotta
gallon
do is
of
go to the
pieces.
go to the nearest milking shed. They've
Cows
got
do
grates.
piss a lot.
They've got grates
Yeah.
in the floor. Yeah. Attach a bucket to the drain. You'll get a gallon of urine in no time.
Who's
Yeah.
the one attaching it?
That sounds. Well, I mean,
Also, do you guys want to go to the campus agricultural department? Do you guys want to try and find a farm? Sadly, you don't have Chris and George anymore, where there was the farmer that was a fan of their band.
yeah. I do have Archie, whose farm is a wasteland after all the monster turkeys. So that
That
probably
is
won't help.
true. All right, while you guys figure that out, I gotta go change a diaper. So I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you can buy bull sperm on the internet. Check it
Yeah.
out. Google it.
I'll pass. Thank you.
Yeah. So you don't want urine and bull sperm popping up on your
Mixed
Facebook.
together. Yeah.
So every time you log into Facebook,
Yeah.
buy
no.
your gallon of urine here.
Oh, you can buy cow urine online too.
Oh, yeah.
$27. That's not even.
Seriously, you just Googled that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cow urine.
wow.
Excellent. Send Bobby the link.
Put it in the thing. Wait. 100% distillate cow urine used for cancer. What?
Yep.
Apparently it's a big Indian thing.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. It's distilled though. I think we need fresh. That's the problem. I guess we should Google fresh cow urine for sale.
I bet you most of the answers to that are in Hindi.
Or on some weird Craigslist sites like pages.
Oh dear. Sorry, I just had a Craigslist advert for somebody who wanted to bathe in urine popping up. What's the cheapest urine for bathing? But yeah, people in superhero suits don't go around with buckets of urine. Somebody else can do that.
I mean, Charles knows
Okay.
people over in the ag department.
Sorry, I had a naked 4-year-old at my door.
Yeah, the ag
Yeah,
department sounds like the ag department's closest. We'll try that first.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me
That's
okay?
just around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're just ignoring you.
No, just Friday night, we went for a bathroom break, and when I came back, my mic stopped working altogether. I was like, did it happen again?
Another question, completely unrelated to the game. Is there a way to turn on push to talk on Hangout?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I'm just curious. I trained myself to use push to talk eventually on Discord, and now I keep hitting my control button whenever I go to talk. But I don't
I've done that. I've done that so many times.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, hopefully this is temporary and Discord's bug fixes.
That's cool.
All right, so
So
I
yeah, I guess the ag department.
all right.
And where's that tombstone you had in mind? What's your name, Sandy?
Toby.
Toby.
Well, this entire area is an Indian burial ground.
True.
So basically, find the nearest rock.
Well, but it specifies tombstone.
All right. In that case, this entire area also has quite a few Civil War battles. There'll be a bunch of tombstones.
You guys could do
As an
some.
anthropology major, would I know anything about that?
You know what? Give me an anthropology roll. Every success and raise you get will be a bonus to all investigation.
Okay, cool.
I can give you an archaeology roll while I'm at it.
Yep, that works.
Whoa, I succeeded at a -3. Nice.
All right, so you'll be getting +1 to any investigation. Verms will have a +2.
Yay!
All right, who wants to take the lead, Verms or Will?
Well, so I'll be rolling flat investigation rolls with no penalties. What about you, Verms?
Just roll. I'll do that, and I'll help you because
Okay.
the problem with my archaeology knowledge and my world knowledge is it's of an entirely different fucking world.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
there's a chance that anything I know might not apply.
Yeah. Okay. Here comes. Well.
All right,
roll
so
yours first then?
Verms, give me an investigation roll. You'll have +2 to it.
Oh, for God's sake.
Luckily, things 100 years ago don't tend to be different given where the split is for this universe, but he's mostly finding redundant things.
I'll Benny that.
Okay.
Because what the fuck?
Yeah, I can use all the bonuses I can get.
Yeah, I'd rather be useful.
You still have to make a good impression on everyone because you're new.
Yeah, right.
Like he cares.
Oh, for crying! Yeah,
What?
that's just embarrassing.
Let the bennies flow. Are you spending another, or are you just okay?
Oh, for crying out loud!
Don't forget, you do have 3 wounds. Like,
I know, but that's not the point.
But he's rolling only a -1.
yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
I guess.
That's including the -3s in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
That's. I'm saying it's so bad because of it. All right.
Well, I'm saying I'll take that one because it's not a crit failure like the other two fucking out.
Yeah.
Skill die.
That's
The 3 isn't. That's on the wild die, so that's fine.
all right. I'll just make my roll. It's okay.
All right.
You know what? I'll Benny that. Unless that's successful enough.
It's not successful enough. Okay.
Well, I wasn't sure. I don't know. I guess I'm just trying
4.
to find the tombstone.
Yeah, it's savage
Not that
rolls. A
big a
4 is a
deal.
success. That'll find you like a basic success if you want to shoot for a raise and possibly find something easier.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna shoot for a raise because I can do better. There you go.
There you go. Okay.
Weber.
So first you look up, you find that like Civil War cemeteries and stuff. The thing is they're historical monuments around here for the most part.
Mhm.
They'll have groundskeepers that are paying attention to stuff, but you do find the old McAllister plot, which is one of the founders of Pine Box.
Oh, that
Yeah, I
sounds
thought I heard
ominous.
And they had a family plot just outside of town, which means it is under the county, but it's not under a city protection. It was a family plot. The McAllisters still exist, but basically you find, with a 10, you find, like, there's the family plot, but you also find, like, an estranged McAllister with articles and stuff, and how they died, and they're technically in the plot, but they've, like, made this outskirts of their plot to bury them, so
Yeah.
they're on the land, but not in the fence. And they died about 103 years ago.
Oh, cool. All right, so maybe me and Toby handle that while Charles and Neil handle cow urine.
Okay.
Unless we don't want to split up, gang.
No, that makes total sense. The anthropologist and the archaeologist will do the archaeology thing, and the piss takers will go get the piss.
Sure, something like that.
Well, you guys, since we're probably going in a different direction, I'll give you a list of the flowers to take from the rat house. But they just grow all around outside it. And I had landscapers come and put them in and stuff.
Now, Sandy, Neil has danger sense, right? Sandy there?
Sandy does have danger sense, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where he is, but
Oh, neither. Is he frozen? Sandy, can you hear us?
Oh, my mic was fucking muted. No wonder you
That-
guys couldn't hear me.
That explains it. Okay.
Explains everything.
he's been talking the whole time. We're still ignoring
Yeah,
him.
I was.
Alright. So, first and foremost, Nelson can slip you guys a key card to the ag building.
Sweet.
Easy enough. You guys have definitely earned it at this point. So getting in isn't that difficult. The only main thing is, as you're setting, you guys go in, go to the grates and everything. You guys have already figured out a plan. Sandy, give me a notice roll for danger sense.
Oh no, there's another Calmera.
It's it's not supernatural, so it should just be a flat with your alertness. Okay.
Is 6
You know
enough?
to move out of the way in time where catching it's not going to be an issue, because a cow nearly pisses right through the grate into your face. Danger sense goes off, you're fine.
At least it wasn't supernatural cow piss.
It turned me into the Calmera.
Oh no.
You're like a much worse Spider-Man.
Will and Toby, you guys drive again with a 10. You have this address, you go. You see the McAllister estate and the grounds, and you know that there's a cemetery out back, and you know outside of the gates is a grave. But you guys have to find the grave. Obviously, you're not exactly invited in the McAllister estate, so
Yeah.
even skirting the border, you might look like thieves or vandals. So this is up to you guys to figure
Especially
out.
if we're still covered in blood and well, actually no blood because scalpel
Yep.
wounds don't bleed, do they?
Nope.
Yeah. So yeah, let's start looking, I guess.
Any kind of plan, or are you just gonna start lurking?
So what's this? Is it like a big fenced-in estate?
Yeah, it's a big gated estate. Looks like at some point it was essentially like a plantation type farmhouse, lots of land.
Gotcha. Is it I assume it's probably right outside the city, like the
It,
town.
it's about a mile north of the city.
Yeah. Okay. And we just know that the tombstone is somewhere, but outside of the estate.
Yes, that's all you know. You know it would at least be near the graveyard, which you know is around the back of the estate. And you know
Right.
it would be near the fence on the outside side of the fence. I mean, in the graveyard's plenty of tombstones over 100 years old as well, but...
Yeah. But that would be on the estate.
Yes.
So, I don't know, is there, I guess maybe we could just drive up to somewhere where we can, like, leave the car and put the rest of the way in instead of, like, driving right up to the gate.
Welcome back.
And personally, I think we should just go for it. I mean, we could try and be sneaky, but we're both beat to shit. And I think it would be easier to just be like, oh yeah, we're students from the college doing a study on the area if we get caught.
Okay.
What is this? Is this us?
Yeah, this is you guys.
Yeah, that's probably the sensible way to go about it.
Yeah.
But we're not sensible people.
Well, no, it's just if you act like you know what you're doing and you're supposed to be there, people tend to ignore you anyway.
Oh, you know what? Can I just send Poe to like fly around a little bit and see if he can find it?
You easily can.
Yeah. I'd be like, look for a tombstone right outside the fences.
Yeah.
At least then we know where it is and we can make a beeline for
And
it.
Poe's you're familiar with a psychic link, so he can send you what he sees. Yeah. He finds it. It's around back. He finds a very small, it looks like it's mostly grown over because it's not in the manicured part. But there's a small tombstone on what appears to be an overgrown grave right up against the back wall.
How much of it exactly do we need?
10 ounces, I think.
So it's not a lot.
No. Break a little chunk off.
Yeah.
Probably just take like a little hammer with us or something. Just like, dun, dun, dun.
I'm carrying a hammer and chisel, dude.
Cool. So, yeah, I'll just be like, okay, graves that way. Let's go.
Okay.
We're supposed to be here. We're students doing a research project.
Alright.
Yeah. Salem, stealth up.
Pull up security guards. Alright.
Catch that, Bobby?
Yeah, I heard about Salem.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's just wandering around in the open is a bit. People are going to notice.
Yeah, Raven is a little more subtle, I think.
Alright, so you guys move a ways, and then you hear kind of shouting from a second floor of a building near the gate on their... the best way to call it's a compound for their estate.
Yeah.
It looks like a security officer up on like a balcony like, hey, what are you two doing down there?
I'd be like, oh, I just waved. Hi there. Not interested in your state. We're just students from the college, anthropology major, doing a little research project about the area. Doing a little research on the family and such. We don't need to bother you or anything.
Give me a persuasion check. Your wounds are obviously, the wound penalty makes a lot of sense right now.
Okay, I'm going to spend a penny.
Yeah, I would.
Alright.
There we go.
Not very woodsy. I got some scratches and
Hell.
stuff.
He'll kind of like stop for a second, be like, all right, just know this is private property. Stay. Does he kind of like
We're not
motions with a
planning
mag light, like stay on your side?
We're not planning on
Absolutely.
entering you.
That's it. Only one security guard spotted you, so you guys were able to talk your way. So you make your way to the back. There's the tombstone with yeah, it would be
All right. Well, I'll hand.
Morgan
Oh, you've only got one.
McAllister.
Have you only got one arm?
Yes, I do only have one arm.
Okay, so I can't hand you a piton and a thing to chip it off. It's got to be me.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the guy's name, Bobby?
It is Morgan McAllister.
That is not a good name. That is always a
No.
good name.
Well, I know.
To be fair, it's almost like there's a hyphen there. It's MOR-GAN.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like that makes it better, right?
That makes it. Hyphens are always more evil.
Before you do anything else, sit down at the the front of the grave looking at the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically apologize for what we're about to do.
Okay, give me a persuasion check. Give yourself a +3 because your wounds are going to cancel out their own penalties.
Persuasion. There. Oh, for God's sake.
Awesome, because I was just thinking, I'm like, you know what? I could have a ghost show up next adventure.
Yeah.
I absolutely thought that might be the case, but even if it wasn't, it would still be the polite thing to do.
Yeah, so you apologize and stuff, and there's
and
rustling.
I'll try and...
Yeah, because you guys didn't find out why this person wouldn't be allowed to be buried on the estate.
Yeah.
Like, why the falling out
what
happened.
What else does it say on the stone? Is it just when he was born, when he died? Is there no...
There is no
Quote.
epitaph.
Oh, that's not good. All right.
In fact, there isn't even a birth date. It's just Morgan and the date of the burial.
It's Morgan Le Fay!
Okay.
Shush, you.
Will's gonna make a new friend soon.
I'll just chip off stone around the edges. I'll try and leave it so that there's actually still a tombstone there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking care.
Make
Okay.
alcohol tombstones and stuff.
Trying to take extra care. Give me an agility check with a +2. Acrobat does count.
I will also take a rubbing before I do it as well.
You'll also take what?
A rubbing.
Okay.
Rubbing.
Yeah.
Because I'm an archaeologist and it's a gravestone. It's what we do.
Yeah. I actually wrote her. Is it a him or a her?
There's no
say.
mention.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wrote the name down too, so I can look into it later. So.
All right. Agility.
Yeah, you'll get a +2 because it's a fairly simple task. However, you also have acrobat, which gives you +2.
So you do some flips around it as you chisel it.
Yeah, you kind of just like you almost like bevel an edge to get it. Because you know that double ones, tombstone breaks, everyone's pissed off.
Yeah.
But you guys successfully get the tombstone. The rubbing I'm not going to have a check for. You get the rubbing. It's easy enough.
Once I've got it off, yeah,
Yeah.
and we've got what we need, I'll sit back down in front of the stone again. Is there anything we can do to return the favor?
There's like kind of a breeze rustles leaves by you. Remind me, I'll be giving you a dream soon.
Okay. Right, let's get out of this creepy ass place quickly. Because let's face it, the evil member of a founding family, given all the people that created the cities and towns in these areas were bastards anyway.
Also, McAllister comes up even more to the rest of the group because, you know, that's around when the town was founded. And you guys know someone else was here when the town was founded, someone you're currently dealing with.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
not only that, but my knowledge of the local Indian tribe will tell me almost exactly how much of a bastard they all were.
yeah.
Hill wasn't a bastard.
Before I forget, shuffle the deck of cards in case I need it later. All right, so
Yeah,
you guys...
I wonder what magic items Morgan has. Dig her up and find out. Will doesn't actually say that.
Lightning bolt, just... So you guys got the cow urine, you have the tomb, the piece of the tombstone. So you have the blooming night flower. We're just going to say you drive by the frat house and take a couple clippings.
Yeah,
like,
I said I gave Charles like a list of what to grab.
Yeah.
They were up that way anyway.
You 100% were like, as soon as one ritual had that, you're like, I'm going to plant some. This is going to come up again.
Yeah.
It took like a year in game. It came up again.
But he was right.
All right, so you guys get back to
Because you watched A Bug's Life, you'll love the human centipede.
This isn't an anthropomorphic insect at all.
Netflix, I love you.
I think one of my favorites that I saw was like someone tried to do like a Netflix film where it was like violent movies, Happy Tree Friends, and they're like, yeah, right. And someone just responded with, watch it, prove yourself right. All right, so with that, Nelson and Harrister have already started prepping. Nelson's closed the pawn shop for obvious reasons. Down in the gate, he's like worked out a circle that they're gonna need both Will and Charles inside of, since the magic's tied to both of you now. So, anyone want to assist in this ritual?
Nope.
Can I assist while they're...
You can assist on the inside on all but the final roll.
Okay.
You can assist by sitting the fuck and being quiet.
Good question. When I'm assisting, if I do bad, my bad assist doesn't ruin the spell, right?
It's an assist roll, so it won't like insta end the spell.
Right. Well, so if they fail their rolls, then the whole spell falls apart. So.
Yes.
Yeah, then I might as well assist. It's not going to hurt.
Okay.
Although I'm rolling a -3, so I'm not sure how well I can assist.
Yeah, the casting modifier is a -1. I'm looking up both. Harrister has ritualism D10. Nelson has. Okay, so Nelson has the better investigation. Harrister has the better ritualism.
Oh, okay.
Harrister would be going first, or would be taking lead. So, no. Oh, I need to start drawing cards. So they begin the ritual. Things start. All right, no complications yet. Nelson begins starting. If all right, Charles assists.
Well,
wow,
ritualism assist
with a +3.
Okay,
Okay,
And that's
that
with
is a.
all my wounds.
I was gonna say, is that counting the -1 modifier for the casting?
No, it does not.
Okay, it's still a +3. All
Oh,
right.
sweet. With my
Plus
-4,
one.
I got a 7.
So, +4. Nelson rolled a 2.
Thanks.
So, +4 -1, so +3 to this. All right, 4 + 3 is a 7, so 1 success.
Wow.
Damn it.
We should have been running this
Yeah.
show.
All right.
Jeez.
The magic begins to fold, so everybody has an extra -2 right now.
Uh-oh.
All right,
Not snake eyes, so
that's good.
So we're rolling at a -3?
Yes.
Oh, that could be worse.
All right, so he's on his own right now. -3.
No Nelson help?
Nelson rolled a 4. -2 is 2. All right, yeah, I'm dropping a GM Benny to help you guys out. Oh no, Forrester would have 2 Bennies. He has a wild card.
Yeah.
There's that 10. Let me keep rolling. So 12 -3 is a 9. 2 successes. You guys are up to 3. Things start to fold, and from your 2 stumps, like this purple lightning begins arcing between the 2 of you.
Oh no, it's going to make us conjoined twins!
Oh man.
shush.
That-
Here's an idea.
That'd be a great spell failure. All right, you're at 3
I think Rowan might
successes.
kill himself.
All right, assist rolls -1. Nelson's not being much help.
God damn.
Neither are you guys. All right.
Well, we have wounds. What does Nelson have?
All right. Harrister does have 2 bennies, so I'm just going to drop the second one right now. You know, when I drop a benny, I roll a 10 on my D10.
Nice.
18.
Too bad he doesn't have a lawn, huh?
That's fine. He just rolled an 18, so the spell goes, reverses. The arms fly out of the chest onto you guys. I'm going to draw a card. If it is black, you guys got each other's arms.
Really?
The best part is Will is like not white either, so you're a very tan arm.
So they snap. They'll slowly begin to transmute themselves to their owner. But for the next 2 weeks, you guys will have each other's missing arm.
Perfect. I have a very pale arm with black fingernail polish on it.
Uh-huh.
But you guys successfully got that. So you're no longer
Will
one
just
arm.
like, well, an arm's an arm.
Alright.
Will high fives Charles with his own arm.
Oh yeah. Got a high five with that.
Gotta test it out.
Yeah. Well, everything's right with the world except for, well, a lot of things.
Except for, well, half the world's gonna die here.
At least we didn't sacrifice the cat.
That's true. Let me go adopt a cat.
So,
Just so I have one when I need to sacrifice it next time.
Next time, when you actually really badly need to commit an evil act,
Yeah.
you at least
Right.
won't be making yourself a little bit more evil. You didn't need to do it this time, so you've saved yourself a little bit of your soul.
Soul.
Souls are so overrated.
You
alright.
say that, but how many pieces of yours have you lost?
Oh, they actually both succeeded on making amends. So that's nice.
Oh, that's cute.
I rolled 2d6. Both of them had to get a 4 or better. They both rolled 4.
Bringing friends together.
Well, they're slowly.
That's what
That's
we're
helpful
all
because it
about.
also means they'll be working together as they begin doing research.
Will would also offer Nelson, after Nelson helped him and Will's in a better mood now, he'd be like, with you doing your research, if you need any of the, Protector books, he's like, let me know. I kind of have a lot of them now.
Yeah. So the next few weeks are going to be kind of dead. Like, no more magical items are going to be popping up. Hopefully. I might draw a club. Who knows? But Nelson is going to begin researching a way to, like, work towards an end goal for this magic issue and, like, looking into true magic. Forrester is going to be helping him. So they'll be doing that, which means in your guys' downtime, you guys can do whatever you want, but you can help research. You can specifically try and study during this downtime or anything else you guys want to do, because we're going to have a few weeks of downtime.
I would like to naturally heal.
Well, yeah, that's going to happen either way.
No, I know.
But you could
Well,
choose
it's
to
like-
do, for every week you do nothing, you'll get, I think, a +2. If you're like nothing but bed rest and the absolute minimum.
Yeah, I would take at least a week of that.
Alright, so week 1. Of course. Okay, it's an ace. That's not too bad. Alright, so that's just going to interfere with research. Alright, who is wanting to help Nelson and Forrester on research?
During week 1?
Yes, during week 1.
Probably not Will. Will's probably taking week 1 off.
Well, before we get too far along in this, you've got that spell for curing critical wounds or whatever.
Yeah.
That might actually help me out since none of my wounds are from the scalpel.
It gets permanent injuries.
Yeah, it's
Is it just permanent injuries?
Yeah, it's specifically permanent injuries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the
Never mind.
It's the crippling injuries.
Crippling injury. Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Also, it's a ritual. I don't think I can pull a ritual off right now at -3.
Well, maybe not, but I was thinking maybe we could, since we've got these two guys working together and being all friendly and so forth, maybe we could get.
Yeah, I will give you a hint. Greater healing, which is what cure crippling injuries is under, is 20 power points. So there's a -10 modifier to that.
Yeah. I do have a ritual for to make healer's charms to give you the healer edge. That's a -4 casting mod, so I don't think I can get that at -7 either. That is something I definitely want to get into doing at some point.
Yeah.
But probably not these 2 weeks.
All right. Okay, so Will, you said you're gonna do nothing but heal.
I'm gonna take some. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Give me a natural healing check.
+2.
Since you're not part of the research, I'm gonna draw a high strangeness for you.
Okay, that sounds like Will. Wow. Sure gonna penny that one.
Yeah.
I see guys and die.
Oh God, foreshadowing. All right. So you're resting one day during this week, right? And
Yeah.
you hear whining and scratching at your bedroom door.
Oh, there's a cat?
You can open the door and check.
Yeah, Will's gonna go to the door real slowly with his baseball bat raised to like crush a skull.
There's a bloodhound outside, like a basset hound.
Oh, cool.
It lays a beating heart at your feet and runs away.
Oh, not cool. Is the heart still beating?
Well, as you instinctively you kind of turn to see the dog cut down the stairs, and you hear it scurry along the hallway. It cuts the stairs. You no longer hear the paws on the ground.
Yeah.
And you look down. The heart's gone.
Oh, damn, I was gonna keep it. I'm just like,
All right. Our other horribly wounded person.
With a +4, I only got a 4.
Hey, that's one wound. So, Toby.
Yeah.
Do you want to do anything other than just fully rest and get a +2?
Well, I'm gonna have to find somewhere to live and stuff.
You can crack at the frat.
Yeah, if you want your own
not
place,
sure.
that'll take some time, but yeah,
Okay.
if they're offering, that's fine.
I mean, if you need to rest for a week, Will would open up a room for you. You did help us with that stuff, so.
Yeah, I'll just be researching.
You'll-
You know what I mean? Stuff like who won the last.
Oh yeah, you can passively do
Series?
that. That's fine. You can kind of passively do that.
Just catch. Basically, what I want to do is I want to catch up on my pop culture.
That's
and
fine.
Match this world to my old world. I want to know how much it's the same.
In this world, the Florida Gators won the 2015 World Series.
God help us all.
But yeah,
Actually, as I recall, wasn't. Yeah, fucking. He was into his sports. He went around wearing a whatchamacallit, goalie's jersey for ages, didn't he?
yeah. I think you had a catcher's mask for quite a while.
Yeah, but that was just because I was what happened at the baseball site.
Yeah.
I kept a bat from that as well.
All right.
Yeah, do you guys know? You guys do realize that your your sports center is haunted, right?
The one that we burned down multiple times, or
Your baseball field specifically is haunted.
no,
That's why
fine.
That's why you haven't won anything in the last 20 years plus.
No, I just carry this baseball bat to hit things with. I don't actually care about the sport very much.
The baseball field is haunted. We knew the basketball court was haunted,
Yeah, that's why we burned it down.
Twice.
but the baseball field is haunted as well, huh? That's
Yeah, it is.
bad to know.
Give me that bat.
No.
Give me the bat for 5 fucking minutes, moron boy.
Give me the bat.
Well, now we're definitely not going to give it to him. He was mean about it. You can take one of the other ones. Like a coat, or like one of the things where you put the umbrellas and there's like 4 baseball bats in it by the door.
Alright, fine. Wind silver wire around the hitting area of the bat.
Silver? Okay.
There you go. It'll hit ghosts now.
My bat already does that. Thank you.
Alright, nice.
Yeah. Do you want to
Yeah,
do you want to
plus
do a
my
spirit
4.
check and activate the bat and show off?
What's that?
Do you want to do a spirit check and activate the bat?
That doesn't need to be activated.
Oh
It
no,
doesn't
I'm
get any
thinking of
bonus
the
damage.
guitar.
Yeah, the guitar. It can just hurt supernatural things.
That's handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So if that's the case, Toby, you can give me a vigor roll with a +2.
Probably not, but okay.
Well, hey, you might get to heal some. It's one worth burning bennies on.
Yeah, I wish I had more.
Them natural healing rolls.
No. Crying out loud. That's better.
There we go. All right, so you heal a wound. All right.
Yay.
Neil, anything you want to do during this week of downtime before things kick back up?
I'm catching up with my ROTC shit.
Okay. You
'cause
can
I gotta
give
maintain that edge.
you can give me a give me a major roll. I think it's like military science or whatever for ROTC.
Yeah, for me.
At a -2.
Oh, God. Laid up recovering from injuries in a frat house whilst researching.
Yeah.
I am
Okay.
home again.
Oh, Benny,
All right.
I've got extras.
It's just like old times.
Yeah. Mind you, at least I'm not being hunted by Nazis.
Fair.
Yeah,
Oh,
10.
Oh, nice. You have +2 to your next exam.
Yeah, trust me, any Nazis in this world are nothing compared to the dickheads I fought.
Yeah, when I took you to like the Wolfenstein world.
Yeah.
All right, and then finally, Charles, what are you wanting to do? I know you have some wounds, but I didn't think you had
I've got
3.
quite a few wounds. Yeah, no, I'm at 3.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
I thought
Bobby,
you were at
would I
2.
get a
That's my
chance?
bad.
Yeah, no,
Would I
I'm
get
at
a-
3. And I think I'm just gonna chillax, do some soldering now that I have 2 hands again.
Nice. All right, so
Now
do you,
watch one of those.
I was gonna say, do you want to focus more on your studies or on healing for this week?
This first week I'm probably just gonna focus on my healing.
All right, I figured as much, but all right, then you get a healing roll at +2.
How far off are we from? We just had exams, right?
Yeah, but we're
Definitely
going
wanna
through
Benny
several
that, 'cause
weeks, so
Snake Eyes on a healing roll is never good.
it's never
No,
ever
you
good.
want to Benny that.
Yeah, especially if you already have
Your
3
arm falls
wounds.
back off.
All right.
Hey, Bobby, do I get a chance to roll for a heal? Because I've got 1
Oh.
natural wound.
Yeah, you just don't get +2 to it. Sorry, Neil, I forgot you had a wound from the knife. Is investigation.
Benny, that.
Didn't you get a wound from that dog-faced man biting your dick?
Yeah, Toby healed up most of that.
Yeah.
Because I'm nice.
Sure.
That's why I said give Toby the goddamn bat. So far, I like Toby. 4 Bobby.
Okay, you heal your wound.
I feel like Toby might be nice, and just Worms isn't nice, so it doesn't always translate.
Toby's just very, very jaded.
Toby's just too old for this shit. He's the Danny Glover of the group.
It's just... Imagine all the worst things that could possibly happen, and they have probably happened to Toby.
Alright. Oh, wait, no. Oh, nice, good. I was like, oh, wait, no, I forgot about the -2. They rolled a 6, so we're good. Alright, oof. Alright, it's starting to affect everybody. Yep. So, apparently, magical shit's starting to build up. There's getting, reports of some disappearances. In fact, what's my D20? 14. What is school number 14? Ooh, okay. That works. All right, so in this week, Toby, you get a dream.
Yeah.
From a lanky, milky-skinned, red-haired woman.
Ooh.
Morgan, by any chance?
Yes. You showed me great respect. Few ever do.
What can I do for you? What do you need?
It's more what I could do for you.
Now, you see, when people lead with that, then things
Hard pass.
always happen.
Double checking her school of magic. Not portals. Well, she says, it's more what I can do for you. And she reaches out and you see visions of about 150 years ago.
Okay.
Old pine box, rustic pine box. And you see Morgan working over notes, and it's kind of like you only see it, you can't hear it. Somebody busts in and is shouting at her. You instinctively immediately notice the note she was working on is definitely magic.
Okay.
She was working on something magical. And more or less, it appears probably her father, some older figure, comes in, trashes the place.
Sounds nice.
All of that. You also see visions all the way back to the, what was it, the early 1800s was the carnival?
Yeah.
The early 1800s of a man dressed in almost like a ringmaster's outfit, handing out trinkets to people. And then you get like visions of these people like withering and dying.
Oh, good.
Okay.
That's another reason for Neil to hate Neil.
But
What did I do?
You're the one who made him keep the wand.
Yeah, you're seeing these vision. It's kind of like rushing at you in a jumble. There's also a vision of a group of people, and one of the people in the group is a woman. It's not Morgan, but it looks like almost like a family resemblance. Back at that point where they're working together with items, and you see the wands that have come around and stuff, and there's kind of this magical flash, and you literally see the sky fold in on itself and swallow this ringmaster type guy and several demons and pull away.
So she might be a good-ish guy.
So, you weren't buried in the family plot because they thought you were a witch?
Yeah, well, I was.
Well, yeah, okay. That's fine.
Fine, yeah, you put it that.
Yeah, I've got no issue with that at all.
But my family completely misunderstood my work. I was only looking to skim into the residual, or into the leftover forces my grandmother sealed away many years ago.
Oh, so her grandmother was the one who sealed the dude away.
Yeah, I said didn't look like her, just a family resemblance.
Yeah. So this person isn't a good person.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
But at that point, you wake up.
Toby doesn't know about all this shit, so.
Yeah. At that point, Toby, you wake up.
Okay.
All right, so week 2, what do people want to do?
Well, you lot.
Honestly, I think I might just try and heal some more.
Yeah, you guys. What's this about a ringmaster?
What about him?
The fact that I'm asking you the question should tell you that. Should give you that answer, surely.
How much do you want to know is what I mean. And
All
how much time do you have?
All I know so far is that he's ancient and magical.
Oh, well. Let's have a talk. This is what Will does in his downtime, because Will has literally all of the knowledge about this guy in his head.
Yeah.
So we've tried to sit down for quite a while, and Will would give you all the info about him. Basically, he was an old wizard type dude. I don't have the notes written down for it because I don't think we ever had like typed out notes. But
You also have so much information, like conveying it, you'd have to.
yeah, but long story short, he is an old wizard dude. Back from at least the Middle Ages, right? How far back did I see?
Yeah, you saw at least, best you could tell, something Middle Ages. It was definitely European. Yeah. There was a stone tower. He was in robes.
Yeah. You know what a lich is?
Yeah.
This guy's basically that. Made some powerful dark pacts or something. Created some really powerful magic items. He shows up in Pine Box every once in a while, ever since the town was founded, to hand out these powerful magical items. They are pretty dangerous, although...
Wands, by any chance?
Well, wands, apparently scalpels. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a safe assumption that scalpel was one of them. But yeah, wands as well. I have one. A few of us do, actually. The items themselves don't seem to be intrinsically evil, just dangerous.
Yeah, they never do.
Well.
Oh no, Neil's got one too.
Yeah. Neil's doesn't work, though. Every time Neil picks it up, it won't bond with him.
Actually, no, I bonded with it the last time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he did.
I got the raise last time.
He finally bonded with it.
Yeah.
Remember I asked you, what the hell is this?
Yeah, that's right.
And then had to resist stabbing you with it.
But yeah, otherwise, this guy has he dresses up like a ringmaster now, comes down in the carnival. You actually just missed it. We missed it too. Stupid Archie is the one who brought the fire wand into the house.
Archie.
One of your guys died for this mission?
Oh, God.
And rest in peace, Scout. We have a picture in memoriam on the wall, like a little shrine to him, on the mantelpiece. We hardly knew yet.
So hardly.
Right next to that mural is an unopened beer.
Oh, yeah. And, but, I mean, long story short, this guy is insanely powerful. We can't really stop him at this point. That's kind of what President Nelson and Forrester are researching. Yeah, what more do you want to know? He has some weird fear demons that follow him around. I don't think he really controls them. I think they have more of like an arrangement.
So he's the ringleader. He's the ringleader of your conflagration here.
Of our congregation.
Conflagration.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me at all if he was the one who was going to.
Oh well, could be worse.
call it.
Our guy was the leader of a massive mega corporation. They had
Oh.
tons of cool tech.
Yeah, we just have a lich.
Yeah, just a lich.
Hey, but instead of cool tech, you get cool magic items.
But I bet he's a carnival barker, and I'll bet anything that that any final battle that happens is going to happen in a fucking big top.
Yeah, you want to
I
tell him
hope so,
about
that'd
his
be
minions?
Yeah, they, hold on, let me see if I can sketch you a quick picture of them. I'm actually going to scroll in the chat and see if I can find it, because it was freaking horrible. I mean, not as bad as those dog-faced people, but they basically look like super old-timey clowns that are going to, like, touch you without your permission.
Simply because they can.
Yeah. Huh. I don't see the picture coming up. I could have sworn you sent us a picture, Bobby.
Oh, I
You
did.
It's way back in chat.
Yeah, I'm not seeing
It's
it in the
just-
Discord.
It's probably way back.
It's
Wait.
way
That's
back.
because it wasn't in Discord.
Ah, okay. I was saying I scrolled pretty far. I got back to the turkeys, so.
Yeah. There's his minions. Here is him.
Yeah.
At least as of what you guys have seen him as. He may have changed his form at this point.
Yeah.
He's the headmaster now.
But yeah, we're probably gonna have to fight him at some point. I know all his weaknesses and stuff too, but from what I remember, he doesn't really have any.
Yeah, liches don't really have a ton.
Like destroying like a phylactery or Horcrux or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Will I have the knowledge of what those, like what his phylactery or whatever is?
He tends to continually make them, storing his magical energies in them. They tend to imbue powers to those who carry them.
They are the magical items. Okay.
Yeah. A good lich will just keep
yeah.
making phylacteries.
Yeah.
So they're essentially Horcruxes.
Yeah. So.
No, they're phylacteries. A Horcrux is what she called them because she didn't know what a phylactery was because she doesn't actually know anything.
Yeah. Well, more that there can be multiples.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's about what we know so far.
Okay.
All right, so I guess we'll start with Verms. What's Toby doing this week?
Toby is researching blah blah blah. Researching this shit.
Okay.
And just because he can, I'll get some holy water. Go back to the grave and consecrate the ground.
Go back to Morgan's grave?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, give me an investigation roll at -2.
There.
Come on, phone.
Crying out loud.
Oh, nice. Okay. And then you can give me your healing check.
Vigor.
Yeah, you heal another wound.
Yay.
All right, moving down the list. This time we'll go. Robert, what do you want to do?
Same thing, I think. I'm just going to focus on healing.
All right, vigor check
Some of
at
these wounds.
+2. You take it easy. Heal another wound.
One more.
And we'll assume the
about
like
slow.
not the one that can't be magically healed is the first to heal. just to keep it easy. All right, going down. Neil, what are you doing?
Well, since I'm fully healed, I am going back to ROTC stuff still.
Okay, yeah.
There's really nothing else for me to do.
Give me a military sciences check at -2.
All right.
Oh yeah, you use a bow, don't you?
Yeah.
At some point, see if you can attune yourself to this.
You give him the arrow.
Well, I'm not going to give him it, but I'm going to let him attune himself to it.
Got it.
So that if I have to, I can give him it.
All right. Okay.
3.
So no additional bonuses this time around. Will, what are you doing this week?
Well, two things. One, I'm probably just going to focus on healing. I was also going to have that priest come out and consecrate the house.
Yeah, he can come and do that at this point. It's been long enough.
Okay. Yeah, because I know we talked about having it handled later, but that was kind of like a nebulous thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's more than enough time jumping for his schedule to clear up.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to focus on just getting well.
Okay. Then give me a vigor roll at +2. Because the clubs aren't going to affect your guys' healing rolls. There's no.
What?
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Alright.
Alright.
3.
Well, I know that is. I'll play Flesh Wound. I should have punched President Nelson in the face and then put Flesh Wound on him.
Alright. So week 3, things have finally eased up a bit. I also need to make a note. They're 2 for 2. So I'll get their rolls out of the way. Any bonuses can. Alright. Alright, so Verms, what are you doing this week?
I feel vaguely fit, so I need a job.
Okay. You'll start doing that. Give me a streetwise check.
Well, I'm just going to go for the stuff I know I can do, first of all.
Okay.
Dojo.
Oh, go to the dojo? That's fine.
Yeah.
We actually ruled it's a slightly better situation right now, so you can just give me a persuasion check.
Okay. So the fact that I'm probably better than everybody else in the room doesn't help. Persuasion. There.
Okay. You got the job. You're set now. Give me a natural.
Hey.
What's up?
Sorry?
Oh, I said you got the job. You're set. Give me a natural healing check.
Okay. Ew, Betty that.
Oof. That's not a critical failure, at least.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
If that +2's still on that, then it is, but it isn't.
No, you were out and about.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we'll go Robert.
Well, with any luck, this will be the last time I have to heal, so...
You're just gonna rest and heal. Then, yeah, healing at +2. Oh, yeah. You're like, feeling good. I mean, to be fair, you can't heal more than 2 wounds at a time, so...
Still, if I could have done that on the first day...
Yeah. All right, so Robert's finally or Charles is finally feeling fit and fancy. All right, Neil, you doing ROTCs still? Gonna keep your studies up?
Unless there's something else, that'd be pretty good for me.
Nothing's cropped up yet, unless there's anything you end up wanting to do. We need clubs for that to happen.
Then yeah, I'll just keep my studies up for now.
Okay.
I'll go back the kettle back on. Excuse me a second.
He's totally off dancing himself right now. Another 3.
Nothing. All right, and Will.
Just try and heal.
Okay. You get a +2 to it.
All right.
All right.
One more.
You heal the wound. All right. Week 4. We're going up to 5 weeks. At that point, something happens guaranteed.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, and they're at 3 for 3 on their research. Okay, 6. No club. So, did Verm say he was stepping out?
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on.
He had to go put the kettle back on.
We'll move on to
and then
Robert.
dance with himself.
You're finally fully healed.
I think what I'm going to do for this week is I'm going to go out into the woods and spend a little time playing around with this wand.
Okay.
See if I can learn some of the tricks of it.
Oh no.
Yeah. I won't even have you make an attunement roll. Just give me the wand skill of the untrained. Nice. Okay. Yeah. The next time you need to use the wand, you'll have a +1.
Okay.
All right.
Do you understand? There's a very good chance that the wands are part of. They're going to need to be destroyed, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
All right, Toby, you're up.
My precious.
Another week.
Another week.
Okay.
Yeah, we're at week 4 of 5.
There we go.
Oh, you're just healing. All right, yeah. So you now have a day job, which is fine. That's the standard stuff. But you fully recover now. All right, Neil.
Good.
I want to start getting some training in survival to finally get that checked.
All right, I mean, you can go practice survival.
If I can.
It's not gonna do too much, but yeah, you can go and work on that. You can give me a survival roll. Where are you wanting to go, camp and practice with your survival?
Same place the ROTC guys use.
Okay, so you're just gonna be out in the thicket. Okay.
Watch out for spell gates.
Yeah, probably fairly close to where I'm practicing with my wand.
Do you want me to come and ambush you at some point?
All right. And then, do you have any more wounds, Neil? I think you're fully healed.
Fully healed.
Okay. So finally, Will. It's been this will have made a month.
Yeah. I feel like I actually need to get rid of this goddamn wound.
Okay. Yes, gonna take it easy. Things have mostly settled down.
Screw it. I'll help Nelson and Forrester do their research.
All right, yeah. Give me an investigation check. They rolled a 6, so if you can get an 8, it'll bump it up to a raise.
Sure can't.
You can't. You do help though.
Yeah.
All right. At the end of that week,
Well, I forgot to make a healing check though, right?
Oh yeah. You just don't get the +2.
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of that week, Nelson asks you to go fetch something for him from the pound, and he has a note.
From the pound?
From the pound.
Okay. Is it a bloodhound?
It is a bloodhound.
Does it carry hearts in its mouth?
It is not currently carrying hearts in the mouth. It seems like a completely normal, everyday dog.
Okay. Is he asking us to do this, or is he asking me to do it?
You.
I'm just making this thing. Okay.
You.
Sure. Sure, Prez.
Alright. Alright. Final week. Alright. Toby. Actually, let's move this in the order I've been using over here. So, Verms, what do you want to do?
I'm back.
Okay. I know you stepped away. Verms, you're up. It's final week, Anything you want to do?
Is What's-Her-Face still in charge of the dodo?
She is.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if I'll bother. No, I'll wait until a romantic card comes up before I think.
Alright. So, one night that week, you're running an evening class for the dojo. Been there a few weeks, but she's already taken a liking to you. And basically gave you the keys to lock up.
Sure.
In the parking lot, under a street lamp, probably about 20 feet away, you see one of these.
I was going to say, if it's a clown, I'm just going to kill it.
Yeah, you see one of the clowns.
Oh.
I need to open my PDF, because I don't have that on my iPad, apparently. But it's just like standing under the street lamp as the light's flickering.
I don't see it. There's no reason it would have anything to do with me. It doesn't even know I exist yet, I wouldn't have thought.
Who has the scalpel at this point?
Not me. I left it with the experts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harris and...
Just making sure, because I knew you had carried it, so I wasn't sure if you kept it with you or not.
No. Evil magic items, I've had my fill.
Yeah.
Where's the other... Oh, I have a book on top of my dice tray, that's why. Oh, double ones. Okay. How's the clown react to you? Pull up the reaction table, because I can't remember if high or low is better. I think high is better. Okay. So I'll be pulling up stats. Because the clown kind of rears its head back and it almost unhinges, showing 3 rows of teeth.
Gosh, how frightening. I am so scared.
You actually do get to make a spirit check for a fear check.
Oh, for God's sake.
But it's just a flat fear check, so...
Don't have a heart attack.
That should be impossible.
Should be.
Horror companion.
Oh, for God's sake.
Alright, so with the Zoinks rules... Because we have some modified fear rules that aren't as like, oh, you have a phobia every time, instantly. Okay. Yeah, so Zoinks is just, it's a fatigue for the fight. You're thrown off. I mean, you're shaken at the start as well, but that's easy enough.
How could that possibly be? Alright, yeah.
As I say, fatigue is a very nebulous mechanic.
No, I'm not. That's not that I'm worried about. It's... Carry on.
Alright, let me do Control F clown. Because the bookmarks for the horror companion aren't great. There's a lot of drop-down bookmarks, but when it comes to creatures, there's just a tab for the entire creature section. Yeah. There it is, Evil Clown. Okay. Alright. I'll add his turn. We'll drop everybody else out. We'll quickly hit a shuffle. Oh. Will's there. And I'm going to give Verms a Benny for being the one that ended up with this. Because I randomly rolled 1 to 4 to see who ended up having to deal with this when the club came up.
I'm glad not to be the trouble magnet anymore.
Yeah, Trouble Magnet would have made this way easier. Alright, Clown goes first.
Now I'm just the trouble magnet in D&D. It's fine. Migrated.
Okay, can make 2 attacks. Yeah, so first it's going to try and claw you.
First, it's going to cover the distance between me and the lamppost. I hate to be a pedant.
That's fair.
That's right.
Yeah, I said about 50 feet, so that's 9 paces. So it'll have to run, get a 3 or better. Cattywampus. Okay, it's running at you. You see it has claws, the rows of teeth. but it's 2 paces from you. It's about 12 feet at the end of its turn.
I am not fighting that fucking thing. About turn.
You get to make a spirit check first to see if you unshake. You can still move, but it's about whether or not you get to run. Spirit check, success. You can take actions, fail. You just... Okay. You can act normally. You're fine.
Okay. Let's see how good this thing is at parkouring.
Hopefully not as good as you, at least.
Alright, so you're going to try and, like, parkour a way to lose him.
Yeah, I'm going up as long as along.
Okay.
As well as along.
Yeah. So this will be a good agility trick.
I hate D12s.
Alright, and that's versus his. Alright. Oh, nice. Acrobat doesn't let you get a +2 to avoid tricks, just to perform tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives you +2 to avoid area of attack stuff, I think. But
Alright.
It's one of those skills where it's common sense use.
yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so you rolled a 5. It rolls a loading screen.
Much higher, obviously.
It's yet to pop up on mine. I don't know if it's popped up for you guys.
It's a fucking 9, Bobby.
Oh,
Of course it's
okay.
higher than mine.
It hadn't loaded. Oh, it's because I have 3D dice on. I should turn those off. There we go. Okay, so it's not shaken, but you do get to get up and move and all that. It follows you in turn. Evil clowns have acrobat.
Yeah, of course they do.
It has to run, so you still have a 2-pace gap on it. And you don't have fleet foot, do you?
Sadly, no. Every time I tried to get it, I had to get something else instead.
Alright,
Yeah.
so if it rolls a 1 on this d6, it doesn't catch up to you. Roll the 6. Okay. So it takes a -2, which means it's going to have to wild attack. But it's going to go for its claws and then try and bite you.
Bobby, with the absolute greatest of respect, I've never fought anything that didn't wild attack me.
True, they usually have to. D8, okay. So first it tries to swing at you. 5 shouldn't hit your parry.
No, it can fuck right off.
Since you're not shaken, I'm giving a -2 for that. So, no, it tries to claw you and then bite you when you're shaken, and just no.
Kick it in the teeth. Spinning reverse kick.
Are you yelling at my dog? Sorry, guys.
Bobby?
Yeah. Sorry, I was confused by Get That Book. I have to redeal. I'm stupid sometimes. All right. So.
This is not the best downtime activity for you.
All right. It's just gonna go for 2 claw attacks then.
I didn't get action last turn then.
Oh! Damn it, you were saying that and I thought you had already gone.
No.
Okay, you're up, Toby.
Right, yeah, spinning reverse. Kick it in the face, basically.
Okay. Spin around, kick it in the face. Okay.
Probably not.
5 won't hit, no.
Uh-oh.
Okay, now it can molest me.
Now it's 11 versus parry.
Yeah, that beats me.
Okay, so a 16 will be a raise. Alright.
Look, this thing's a fucking... Whatchamacallit?
Wild card? No. If you see, there's no...
Why is it rolling 2 dice?
The dice exploded both times.
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry. Stupid.
All right, what's his
I
strength?
thought the second. I was like, wow, these guys are wild cards. I was like, oh, wait.
All right, so first the regular hit makes contact 5.
Nope.
And then second one with a raise makes contact 8. That might shake you.
Yeah, that shakes me.
All right, you're shaken. Well, I dealt already, so Toby, you're up. You can make a spirit check to unshake.
Just.
You're good. You unshake. You can act. I'm assuming you guys are on like the rooftop of the dojo.
All right. Yeah, fuck it. Punch it.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm not in my gear. Well, not in my. I'm not carrying all my gear. I haven't got a shield and my fucking tomahawk.
Yeah, you're getting off work. However, your panther can be nearby.
Oh, he probably is, but hasn't got involved yet. That thing she did last time we played, where everybody was fucked and she came out of nowhere and demolished the bad guy.
Oh, I know.
That's what he does.
But first, you need to be real beat up before it works.
Last ditch effort, basically.
Yeah.
Bollocks.
Okay. All right.
That's D12 fighting dice, by the way, guys. D12.
Sorry,
Of course it is. All right, deal. All right, so I guess it's just gonna be a back and forth. So we'll.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to get a higher card.
You're just fighting a clown on a rooftop.
Yep.
Just trading punches.
A 6 and a 3 shouldn't touch you though.
Nope.
So you go, fight it back. It's bouncing around a bit. Its head's tilted back. Pac-Man mouth. A 9 hits, not a raise, but you hit.
Finally.
Where's my damage? Oh yeah.
I was gonna say you have improved martial arts, so
yeah.
Even without gear, you're keep
explode.
those rolling. Like they explode. So 17, boom! You punch it and it explodes into confetti.
Can I play flesh wound on the clown?
It's a dick move.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's not allied. It's not an allied extra. All right.
Well, I don't know. We've never talked. We might have one in common.
All right. So
it doesn't actually say allied extra, just for future reference.
Oh, really? Is it just an extra?
An extra.
All right. So that was Toby's big thing. Moving down, we have Charles. What were you doing for this week? Because this will that fight will happen right at the end of the week.
I don't have any plans. I guess I could go help these guys do some research.
Okay.
You can come with me and pick up a bloodhound.
No, you got that. So it's an investigation check, right?
Yep.
Say, if you're gonna go fight a bloodhound, you can take
It's at -2 for the clubs.
Oh, is it at -2?
Yeah.
Okay, so no help then.
Okay. Then Neil.
Still working on my survival training.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you have an end goal in mind here?
Me?
Neil.
Oh.
Survive his college and enlist in the military.
Get out of here, get as far away as possible.
So,
Pretty
Will,
much.
other than picking up the Bloodhound, what are you doing this week?
That doesn't take
Bobby.
that by default. That's good. Oh, nice roll, Neil.
Nice roll.
Finally get trained in survival.
Not
an advancement.
Yeah, not an advancement. No.
No, just to be get trained.
Yeah, to be trained in a skill is an advancement. Now you have +1 in the thicket now. So trained or untrained.
Got it.
which can actually be even more helpful once you train.
I think I will, aside from picking up the Bloodhound, do I pick up the Bloodhound first, or is that like the end of the week?
It's actually at the beginning of the week, and the Bloodhound like kind of hangs out with them for a while.
Okay, so like I go to pick him up, nothing happens. I just pick up the Bloodhound, bring him back. He seems cool. What's his name?
Spot.
Harris says it's probably best you don't know.
That I don't know his name?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's going into my notes as Mystery Bloodhound.
Don't worry, it's not lasting much longer.
Why? Why have you got a Bloodhound?
I mean, I could always try and sage the Bloodhound, but that doesn't always go well. Like when I did it to the Lich and my brain almost melted.
When you got forbidden knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably just help them investigate then as well.
All right, yeah. Give me an investigation.
Yep.
It's at -2. Oh, okay.
So,
So it
well,
gets a
you
raise.
can subtract 2 from that then.
Yeah. All right.
Do I get to make a natural healing roll as well?
You do.
So I'm still wounded.
Yeah, you get to make a natural healing roll.
And that's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah. Could have been 17.
All right, so Nelson's gonna come to you, and he's gonna come to Charles because Charles starts helping as well. But even before he does that, it shouldn't be much of a surprise to you now. You realize by doing this research, they're researching to make a talisman.
Is the Bloodhound the talisman?
Oh, the Bloodhound skills are going to be put into the talisman. However, that's fatal to the Bloodhound.
That's why you don't want to know the name.
Don't get attached.
Yeah.
And you also don't want to tell me.
Oh, they don't plan on it.
Yeah. His name's Flopsy. For what little time he has left on this earth.
Yeah. With your research, you're realizing what they're making is they're working on making a talisman of detect true magic.
Yeah.
It'll be able to sense out up to 100 miles.
Wow.
Now, pinpoint, you need line of sight to know exactly where something is, but general direction, 100 miles.
Evil magic is always pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not the one doing the ritual.
So, they're going to come to you. Well, Charles, since you started helping, they'll come to you too. And Nelson will just be like, I know you have friends who go against this, but desperate times, we may have stumbled across something that could be of much, much help.
Damning your souls.
I mean,
even more than that, actually, with a 15, you would know, well, it's a dark magic item, obviously. It has a curse tied to it. It's going to give sunlight sensitivity. If you wear it.
Charles, you.
Oh, hey, yeah. Old news here.
But, yeah. They'll be like, we may have something that will help us in what's to come.
Well,
And
I think we're going to need all the help we can get.
Alright.
Especially since this goddamn scalpel wound won't go away.
So they kind of, if you're willing to help, they have a bit of a grocery list.
Yeah.
The hardest to find things are already covered. Nelson will actually provide the cash for you need to go to the jewelry store downtown. We need 12 ounces of gold spun into wire.
Okay.
12 ounces of gold wire. That's not that big a deal.
Incense is fine. You need a lizard's eye and a drop of blood from a non-believer.
Well,
cut me open.
Alright, I can get that stuff. That drop of blood from a non-believer, I actually need some of that for another ritual I've been planning on doing too, so just take a few drops, right? Alright. I assume we'll. Are we gonna handle this next week, or are we gonna?
Well, I was
keep
gonna
going
say,
with
if you have answers to it, it's only 2 items, so this could actually be quick. But if you don't, then it'll be for next week.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
I'd
2
go
weeks.
to the jewelry store with the money that Nelson gave
Yeah.
me and try and get gold wire.
Yeah, that stuff's
really
easy
going to
enough.
The jewelry store's not even needed. You can just go to, like to
I
Michael's.
mean, you
or
can
whatever.
go
Yeah.
like an electronics store or something. I don't know. Find a lot
Yeah,
of places
it's
you can get gold
mainly
wire.
getting a lizard's eye and the blood.
Yeah. Trying to think about the lizard's eye. I mean, is there a pet store in town?
Yeah. There's a pet store. In fact, you would have been to, or you would have stopped by after picking up Flopsy. It's, you haven't met the owner. Typically behind the counter is this goth-looking high school student who has a pet, an albino
Can you hear me?
boa
Oh.
that hangs out around his neck.
Nice. I froze up for a minute, so I missed whatever you were saying.
Oh, you
Albino
haven't come in
boa.
contact with the owner yet, but
Yeah.
the most common employee is a goth high school student with an albino pet boa.
Nice. I mean, I don't want to steal a living lizard's eye. That's kind of rude.
He says his name is Christov.
Yeah. That sounds like a fake name. Alright, so who's the unbeliever that we're going to take this blood from?
I would say you can have it off me, but it's not a case of I'm an unbeliever. More a case that I'm. What's the word?
Self-righteous.
I aggressively dislike it all. Oh yeah, speaking of aggressively disliking things, I got attacked by a fucking clown.
Reason up, guys. I don't know if it's my internet's being wonky because of the storm or what.
That's fine. We'll call it there because that's a good climax for things to figure out. It gives you guys 2 weeks to figure out an answer for the non-believer. So let me go over to YouTube and stop the stream because we're on